Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Super Metroid Redesign Axeil Edition. I took a little bit of a break because the way the last video ended, twice actually. Yeah. 2 soft locks of the game. That was, and I don't blame Drew for those. I blame Drew for a lot of things, but not for those. Those are things you could have something like 50 testers test your hack and still potentially miss. Those are just not things that are... I hope they're not common anyway. But I'm going to try this again, and hopefully we don't get any game-breaking bugs like that, because that would be kind of annoying. And we did defeat Dragon. I did save afterwards, so we can go do things in Meridia, even though there's still that tube that we can't do anything about, which I still don't know what in the world's going on with that. It's just like this. There's no logical connection. Like, a lot of this hack feels, or is supposed to be, more logical and whatever. That's why there's a certain progression and you will stick to it sort of thing about the hack. And because Drew made it so you can't do anything else. There's nothing logical about Ridley blocking that thing off. There's no connection between them. Yeah. But anyway. We also can get the beam combo too, because that's now open to us now that we defeated Dragon. So that'll be a thing to look into. Because again, beam combo is pretty important. That's the Metroid. So that door should be unlocked. If I remember correctly, it was locked, and that's why I never went in it. Or I'm just a doofus. Which is a possibility. Okay. So yes, this door is unlocked now. So we can go back here, find out whatever's hiding in this section. Other than another super door. And a super missile. And this is speed boost for some reason. That is interesting. This crab. Wait. And apparently I can't charge this Shine Spark on this. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I see what I'm supposed to do, yeah. Whatever, I'm not that worried about it. Anyway, that hallway with the dot in it is one of the guardians. Or at least it was. I'm pretty sure it still is. But I don't know. We'll find out. So we should be able to reach it from here. Dealing with all these worms. And I have to hit that switch, don't I? I have to hit that switch. Okay then. We're going to... Oh, well, here's the other side to this elevator. You know, These elevators. There's just purple doors, and they just go to these elevators that I have no use for. And maybe there'll be a use for them at some point, but I have lower Norfair left. That's what I have left. And somehow I don't think there's these elevators into Tourian, so that's... I don't see the point of these elevators. Especially, well, other than an excuse to put in more purple doors, but because everybody loves those things. Don't need to worry about that tube room, and this is the switch. So now we can go back around and get that guardian. So give me one in each area, I think? Or... no, I haven't got one in Norfair, never mind. But yeah, I can get this thing, at least. I'll count one of the Meridian ones. Which, of course, again, there's still that fiddly thing. It's... I don't know about that. It's just weird. So now we can go through here and disarm this thing. We'll collect the guardian, yes. You can drop me a small energy. It is very good. The pickups have been increased, at least for the energy. That is definitely a good thing. All hacks should probably do that. I say probably because not all hacks might have enough energy tanks to warrant that. Then again, it could be that enemies just don't deal that much damage in a hack. That would probably be a better reason for not dropping as much health. Oh my goodness. I can't spring ball. Spring ball's too tough. But anyway, we get this guy disarmed. We've got one of these Meridia. And not too far from here, which is shocking news, I know, coming from being in Redesign. But not too far from here is Beam Combo and Sector 3. Interesting. Maybe that was always Sector 3. I might just be being a doofus. Good. Okay. There we go. I can't talk in Spring Ball. It's too much for my brain. So, the reason we never got Beam Combo before Dragon is because Dragon unlocks a door. That is Guardian Beam Combo. And the door is hiding somewhere in a place. So it makes it kind of a pain to get to. I mean, obviously you want Beam Combo, and it is a custom item, so... I mean, it sort of makes it worth it, but not really. Like, here's the thing. That might explain this a little more. Like, there's two custom items in Redesign. The wall jump boots and the beam combo. So they're custom items. That's cool and all. Custom items are great. The issue with these... it's not really an issue, but the thing that makes them less valuable as custom items is they give you things that are already in the base game. Like stacking beams, that's in the base Super Metroid game. Being able to wall jump, that's in the base Super Metroid game. So while these are custom items, they're just giving you abilities that the player would normally have anyway, playing Super Metroid, so it's like, okay. And that's really kind of makes them feel like, just like, eh. Doesn't mean they aren't cool or anything, but they're just... They really don't carry the same weight as like a brand new custom item. Of course, Axeil probably doesn't even show anything. But, that being said, there's no other button combinations or button inputs, anything like that, to use these custom items. And in fact, the wall jump boots in this has actually been reduced, which I know I mentioned that earlier. Which is actually really nice. So it could be, like, I know I said this earlier too, but like with the input freed up that players already used to, you could have another custom item, your rocket boots or whatever, and okay, I guess that was the tunnel. But there was, you could make this new custom item without giving anything up. You just reduced the inputs for one of the moves you normally do. And then this input now becomes one people are going to be familiar with. And power bombs actually destroy these things. I'm amazed. But people will be familiar with this as input. It'll be a custom item, so that kind of solves a few things there. Also, why are all these things bombable? Like, this kind of the thing in this hack, which if you hadn't noticed by now, it just likes taking your time. There's 50 different things you have to bomb in there for a thing you already have to find a secret for and bomb through more things. And then you have to go back around anyway because you can't actually fall down to beam combo because that's just too easy. It just likes taking up so much time to do anything. But whatever. Yeah, it's fishy. It's actually hoping for a missile drop, but that's okay. And you. Okay, so this is Beam Combo's room. If you're smart, you unlock those gates. I would just run through underneath so you don't have to go to this stupid thing up above. Where, oh hey, these are some of the random sandfalls that knock you out of space jump. Because otherwise you would be able to get through it slightly easier. So the most difficult thing about this is the ouches, which you can pseudo screw attack apparently. But there's our beam combo. So we can now stack our beams, hooray. And that's right, turn things on. Nope, and there's... You see, I'm going to epi it right now. But this is the reason people don't like Ice Beam. It thinks painful. Because people do things like that. It's like, oh, I have beam combo, I can stack my beams, but I still better leave ice off because, well, the ice still sucks. It's not that it sucks, it's just that it fires so slow, it already takes an extra hit to destroy enemies. I mean, it's kind of apparent why nobody uses Ice Beam. Because people make it so awful. And there's no reason to do that. But anyway. I can head back around this way. Actually, think I will be going to Norfair here. And I have space jumps, so I'm going to end up finding out what this screw attack puzzle is all about. Actually, I already do know what it's all about, but I also do know that there is apparently a bug for SNX 1.53, which is the emulator I use, that doesn't quite show things properly. I guess there's lights or something. I think it's like switches or whatever, and the lights don't show up properly or something, so that's going to be an interesting thing to try to figure out. So yeah, we have beam combo, but things still take quite a few shots. But people will live much more happily with quite a few shots to destroy an enemy than with 2 shots to destroy an enemy. If those, like, 10 shots are rapid fire, the 2 shots may be faster, but if the cooldown timer is any amount, has like any actual cooldown to it, it may be twice as fast as the 10 shots. In my experience, people will use the 10 shots more because they're firing. It feels like you're doing something. It feels like you're doing more because you're firing more. It's not necessarily rational, but it's kind of hard to argue against it too. I can refill in here. It's a good thing. I refilled all my ammo, of which I still don't even have half the total ammo in this game, with only Lower Norfair and Tourian left. Although I also have not done the Chozo Guardian hunt yet, so that's also a thing. Okay, so back in wonderful Norfair, this is the entrance to Lower Norfair. I actually don't want to go there yet. For some reason, I don't know why, I was thinking this was the reserve tank around Speed Booster. Like Speed Booster's on the other side. I don't know what's gotten in my head. But if you have been playing along or whatever, or going to play this hack, I would definitely recommend at this point collecting items and energy tanks if you can. If there are energy tanks to collect. And this is those dragons. They are surprisingly nasty enemies. And I oh my goodness. I am getting myself all sorts of messed up here. It's like, no, this isn't the way to screw attack. No. Screw attack is down here. Also, I noticed the floor is flat. There's no slopes on it. And that must... this must be his puzzle. And there's the gate. And there was no light on that switch, of course. So, yeah. The thing with this is... Ah, there's a light. Right. It's 2 lights. Right. Another light. And, okay. Yeah, okay, so ignore lights. Basically, what this is... The idea behind this is an audio puzzle. Basically, you have to... What in the world just happened there? I'm pretty sure I just saw something weird go on. Look at that. There's tiles right there. I'm kind of worried now. I just had a couple game-breaking bugs happen. I'm kind of curious. But yeah, the puzzle is you find the longest timer to the shortest timer, and you bomb them in that order from longest to shortest. Oh my goodness. There is something going on with that. What in the world? But you do that. You're supposed to count the timeout, and then that'll open the gate or whatever. Now, I pointed out the flat surface in the previous room because the sloped surface allowed people to keep a shine spark going. So he removed that because people used the shine spark to get the screw attack before a space jump. And guess who's weak to screw attack? It's Botwoon. So, in an effort to make the game less fun or interesting for people to run, this was added in. Okay. Okay. Pretty sure this one. Also, the tiles on the left look. What is going on in this room? Okay. So, let's try this. There we go. So, yeah, that is your screw attack puzzle. I believe every time you leave the room, that puzzle actually randomizes, so it's never the same. And that I do like. I do like that. So we get screw attack. And hooray. One of the fun things screw attack does is it sort of launches the player forward when it's used. Sort of like gives you a speed boost in the air. So it's sort of like a quick travel mechanism thing. And since I'm down here... Oh, can't do that door. But there was that one thing I tried to green gate glitch earlier. I can't into words. That's not actually what I was looking for. It's somewhere there. But I want to go back there just to check because there was a guardian there before. The room was kind of altered, so I don't know if there still is a guardian there. Still a power bomb there, but definitely not the same thing. Oh, good grief. Get. So here's our power bomb. No guardian. So at least this guardian has been moved. That's something to worry about. And I guess I could get up there. Going around and doing some shine sparks. If I can control this thing. Okay, so that's one of the things I gotta shine spark through. And then what? Oh my goodness. Yeah, the speed thing you sort of have to compensate for, and I can open that up, which probably unlocks the gray door on the other side. You can also do that. That works great. Oh, good grief. That is definitely what I wanted to do. So yeah. Until you get used to screw attack. Apparently those are speed boost blocks too. Until you get used to screw attack though. You might miss quite a few platforms. Alright, so open that up. And what is hiding back here? Really? Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. I was gonna say, there better be something there for that. Also surprising, X-ray showed something. And there's that dot down there. I guess we'll see. Also, love spikes. I still stand that you can't make a good hack unless it has spikes. It's just not possible. You can, however, make a good hack without purple doors. Or these physics. In fact, I would say these physics are a hindrance to good hacks. Okay, so there's a dot down here. Just right there. It's an energy tank. So the energy tank is still in this room. It just made it so you can't get it till way later. That's just wonderful. That's just wonderful. Oh my goodness. Get. But it is another energy tank, and I will take that. Guess that was a thing. learning to space jump is a thing as well. But yeah, this is definitely a door you can't go through. Definitely a good time to pick up stuff. And there's probably a lot of stuff to pick up in Norfair. Because you'll want ammo. Ridley, like I mentioned before, Ridley has been changed. So what the damage you deal on series has an effect, which is really cool. It's probably not going to be much of one you can see or whatever, but if you want to put yourself through playing this multiple times, you might be able to tell the difference if you try one time to shoot him and try another time not to. Probably see what the difference is. But Ridley, if his room's the same, you don't really need ammo for him. We still use it on him, but you don't absolutely need it for him, because his room kind of makes him easy. Gold Chorizo, however, is right after him. And you kind of want some ammo. Ammo helps out with that fight. Gold Chorizo is actually the harder fight, honestly. While I'm here... Oh, good grief. Like, I should be able to just not... fall through that, but no, I can't jump. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Tell you what, space jump is annoying to use. Some hacks make it annoying, really annoying. Oh, there's a tunnel there. I thought I was holding it against the wall. And another power bomb. So hey, we have half the power bombs now. 2/3 of the supers and over 1/3 of the missiles. That's something. Okay, so power bombs. And Redesign here has actually done a very good job negating this. But power bombs are trying to think how I want to say this or word it, or how can I word it rather. And I can get up here because there's a thing. But power bombs have been, like when they're in hacks, you often run to spots where you run low on them, you don't have enough or whatever. Redesign has done a good job negating that. And I can't springball off the thing. It's just... Oh, good grief. But because a lot of enemies now drop power bombs and have them as a pretty high priority, that kind of solves that issue of being low on power bombs. So that's good. More hacks need to do stuff like that. Oh, good job. Why can't I just spring off crumble blocks? Why can't I jump off crumble blocks? That's what I want. Next thing you know, he'll be making an... Oh, that's for 2 missiles. He'll be making an upgrade that allows you to jump off crumble blocks. It's a new custom item. Called Solid Boots or something. And I guess I will go down here because I think I've got... I think I can manage with what I've got. So the entrance to Lower Norfair, like a lot of redesign, is a long path filled with things that suck up your ammo. It's kind of interesting. Like, you see, the space pirates have a locking system here. It's not very effective because you can just open the switches up and whatever. But they can make their own locking system. Why are the Chozo Guardians a thing? Because Chozo would not guard terrain with space pirates in it. That's not something they would do. Oh, hey, look at that. Lower Norfair. Even a title card. And this save station. Oh my goodness, I'm actually up there on time. So this save station's in a very good spot. So we'll split the video off here, so thanks for watching. We made quite a bit of progress. And in the next video, we will be getting into Lower Norfair for real, so we will see you for that.